All right, we're going to start with the nation. Presidency, why Tinubu picked Wike, El-Rufai, others. U.S. pledges support to Bazoum over coup. 1,200 Nigerian youths perished in the Mediterranean, says NIS. Shelf strike plan, police caution labor. House of Reps gets 134 standing committees. Court rejects DSS's motion to further detain Emefiele. And Senator Bukachua sues DSS ICPC over harassment. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Okay, I'll start with 1,200 migrating youths die on high seas last year. This information was given at the kickoff of a two-day sensitization program in Abuja. The acting comptroller general of the NIS, Mrs. Wuraola Adepoju, expressed worry about the dangers that besets irregular immigration among our nation's youth. She says that 1,200 Nigerian youths died last year in the Mediterranean Sea and deserts while attempting to enter Europe in search of greener pastures. She's saying it's such a worrying trend, and that the NIS is doing a lot. Apart from the sensitization program, there will be road shows, street campaigns, distribution of pamphlets, and also visitations to Utakomoto Park in Wuse, government secondary school in Garki. This, she says, is in a bid for government to help arrest this dangerous trend. A lot of people are told lies about greener pastures abroad or in Europe, but how they go about it, the routes that they take, they are unaware of the dangers and the risks that lie, ahead. And so she's hoping that this sensitization program and all the other things that they do will bring an awareness on illegal migration.
Okay, let me take the major headline. So, the president, as you recall, has already submitted the names 28 ministerial nominees on Monday. So the chief of staff to the president, Femi Gbajabiamila, was saying that the president had taken his time. He said, I'm sure you all know that the government is not fully formed until the cabinet is in place. That process started a while ago and culminated into the delivery of the nominees. Specifically, he said the president dissected those names with a fine-tooth comb, and that's what you've seen. Each of the persons on that list, I believe, is worth being there. He has 60 days from the time of inauguration, and that the remaining 12 names will be submitted in the coming days. He said the president took his time, did a lot of due diligence going through the nominees one by one. It's a good mix of people with political acumen and technocrats. So this is a good balance, and it's needed. It's a conversation that is really hot. Everybody's talking about it because we're hoping to see quite a bit of more technocrats. They're saying that hopefully when we finally get the final list, we can now see and compare and contrast. Also, we've seen about 7 women so far of the 28, which is a good number for now. And we have a 36-year-old who's been nominated, also Dr. Betta Edu. She's young, very, very vibrant, and we're really excited that, it's good to see young people, a good mix.
Saw a lot during the campaign.
Yeah, she was quite strong. Now I see where the energy came from, because you used to think I was an auntie, but now she's young. She's young.
Sorry,
she's a young lady, and she was really, really very vibrant and very energetic. So
I wanted,
go ahead, Waki.
I wanted to take the story of Senator Mohammed Bukachua, who, during his valedictory speech, almost implicated his wife and himself by saying the people of the Senate were coming. So I remember that incident where the Senate president was saying, off your mic, off your mic. So since then now, he has been disturbed by the ICPC, DSS, and other bodies have been harassing him.
Poor guy. Harassing him or just
so he's
asking
taking
questions?
According to him, harassing. He's taking them to court and the federal government for harassment, saying while he was a senator, he had a level of immunity from whatever he said in plenary. But they are saying, you are no more there. And you are saying it where you are going, not where you are there. So he has taken them to court.
Okay, and that's story?
Yes,
For harassment.
well, let's see how that goes. I want to take the story about Opudo from the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, who is speaking out and asking for help. He said that is urging security agencies to support the states and that no states can thrive where there is no peace. He said that he needs help in ending the harassment and threats from hoodlums. He received two officials, security officials, a flag officer commanding Central Naval Command, Rear Admiral Ayuba Chugali, and the Assistant Inspector General of Police Zone 9, Humaya, that's Echeng Eyo Echeng. And he received both of them separately, and he appealed to them to support him. That he's like, it seems when you read the way the language is like someone saying like, I need help, like yeah. I need help. We can't grow like this. But one of the things I liked about what the Assistant Inspector General of Police said was that the record shows that 99% of those carrying out the negative acts and hurting people are citizens, are the people, like our people. That's what he said. And 99% of the victims are our people. So I don't understand how you would want to fight for people by hurting people. Like, we must work together. And he said the police will be securing people. Nobody should do sit at home on Monday. I know people are scared. So there must be more than just saying they should come out.
Yes.
Because if I come out and I'm
they need a reinforcement of security operatives for that. Yeah. They can't just use a verbal
the economy has shut down.
Yeah.
How will the government...
Why some people protesting, you know
yes,
what I mean?
People, you know, yes. I also read somewhere where someone said, I think it was that same story, where they said, how will you want to rule a people and you are oppressing them? Yes. So how are you going to rule if this is... Because you are saying you want to
gotten them.
But you are oppressing these same people that you want
Giving a taste of what they should expect.
Okay, moving on to the Punch very quickly. El Rufai, Wike, other nominees face Senate screening on Monday. Reduce government borrowing from CBN, World Bank tells Nigeria. Robberies, Lagos CP launches Operation Flush after Punch report. UN holds humanitarian operations, US, France condemn Niger coup. Subsidy removal, Tinubu begs Nigerians to persevere more. NMA demands MOU as FG okays 25,000 naira doctor's allowance. And Margaret Benson Idahosa, matriarch of the Nigerian Pentecostalism. Okay, let me start with our president. He met with the youth yesterday, youth delegation yesterday, led by the All Progressive Congress youth leader, Mr. Dayo Israel, to the State House yesterday, where he's saying that it's not going to be easy, that he said you've endured, you just need to persevere a little bit more. It's not going to be easy to make the necessary changes. According to him, I plead your understanding that the economic reforms are very slow sometimes. I can assure you that I understand your pains of your uncles, mothers, fathers, and others. It's not easy to get out a monster of over 40 years that is called subsidy. The president said that the economic reforms of the past over 50 days were necessary because the country could no longer afford subsidy, which he said benefits only a few. So he was just pleading with the youth, and they came there, quite a huge number actually, went to the State House to see him, and according to them, they also requested for him to ensure that 15% of those nominated for the parastatals and other MDAs are Nigerian youth from the APC party. So we hope we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I was going to take the story of Margaret Benson Idahosa and the matriarch of Nigerian Pentecostalism. She's the founding mother of Nigerian Pentecostalism, according to the Punch. But really, I just want to celebrate her because I know she's a huge fan
of the show.
I know she's a huge fan of the show, and tomorrow she's turning 80.
Wow, that's a big one.
Happy birthday in advance.
Happy birthday, Ma.
Happy birthday, Ma. And she's someone, she lost her husband, but she took over the entirety of all that her husband was building, which is a huge empire, and increased all that was on ground, from the university to the hospitals to the schools. She's an amazing person, and she's a huge fan, and I know she loves our show. So I'm just using the opportunity to say, celebrate you, Ma.
Yes, we celebrate you.
We celebrate you. Thank you for being a fan of the show. I wanted to take this. You remember the story I took yesterday of the robbers?
Oh, okay, so.
Yeah. Attacking her. You actually butchered because your maid was... Well, the police have now responded, and they're opening... they're starting an Operation Flush. So they want to flush out all the people...
All the criminals.
Hoodlums, and So we hope, and they're saying, please report anything that you see so that they are on top of the game.
Okay, moving on now to Daily Sun. Ministerial nominees Fagbemi, Umahi, Wike, Edu, Elfa, others face Senate Monday. Obi denies photo shoot with pro-Biafra agitator Simon Ekpa. Subsidy, FG warns NLC over planned strike, declares action contempt of court. Court strikes out fresh application by DSS to further detain Emefiele. Customs intercepts 27 billion naira tramadol, live turtles, others at Lagos Airport. Police raid General Danger camp in Rivers, kill one, recover weapons. Doctors who left Nigeria will still on payroll, says Akubweze. And FG unveils new public service rules.
That's a hot topic.
Customs intercepts 27 billion.
You will take that story.
Yes, I have to, because it has drugs and it also has endangered species. So they said that they intercepted tramadol, dried shark fins, and live turtles with a duty-paid value of 258 billion naira. This they found at the Lagos Airport. As we all know, shark fins, live turtles are classified under endangered species. You know, they've always used our country as transit country for a lot of these illegal smugglings and obviously taking them out. Well, they got them at the Lagos Airport. It doesn't say here if they were taking them to another country or if they just come in from another country, but usually it will be headed. I may call the name of a country, but I don't want them to, because I'm not sure, but there's a particular country in Asia that most of these, especially shark fins and pangolins, they use our country as a transit country to take them there. So thank you, Customs. And they said because they work very well with their other agencies, they've handed over the drug case to NDLEA.
Back in the rivers.
Yes, they should do that. I hope they do that.
All right.
It's a very juicy story.
Let me take the story from Peter Obi. The Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi has said that the photo of him and the Finland-based pro-Biafra agitator Simon Ekpa is fake. Ekpa, according to this report, is the mastermind of the several sit-at-home orders in Southeast, and he was seen with the picture viral with Peter Obi. The head of Peter Obi Dati Media Office, Mr. Dinro Onifade, said that the perpetrators of the fake photo inserted Obi's popular supporter and rights activist Aisha Yusufu to the further claimed credibility. He said they all grew up being educated that photos tell 1,000 stories and do not tell lies, as photos are usually self-evident. He was talking about the scenario is exactly what played out in the Photoshop picture of Peter Obi, supposedly standing with the Finland-based irritant Biafra agitator Simon Ekpa. This is all in a desperate move to drag Obi's name into disrepute by linking him with the Biafra, the sit-at-home mastermind Simon Ekpa. So just to, because
what he was saying is pictures don't lie.
Yeah.
Is what we learned. But nowadays, pictures are lying.
So we need to ensure that.
And where we're going to,
so many fake
lying.
Videos are lying. Yeah. Everything is lying.
So you can't believe anything anymore.
Reality will soon be lying.
Please, we need to talk about the doctors still on strike. And Director General of the Budget Office, Ben Akabweze, has mentioned that a lot of the doctors that have left Nigeria for greener pastures are still on the payroll of public hospitals because many of them did not properly resign. He said that the nominal payroll still carries some of them. Many of them have just taken leave of absence and they remain on the payroll. So when you do evaluation of authorized establishment vis-a-vis the bodies, it's still showing like we don't have a gap as such that is currently existing. He said the hospitals know that the people have gone, like they have jackpot. That's the word. He said the hospitals know they have jackpot and they still kept on the payroll. That is something perhaps on the level that the ministry needs to deal with, but they must work hand in hand. So you cannot be, there are issues that were being asked of from the doctor's perspective, but they are saying that there's culpability from the doctors as well, that they know people are not around and are still getting paid, and they know they have left the countries to go and work abroad, but they are still not.
What makes it worse is that they cannot even employ anybody to take the place because they are there as they are working, so there's no vacancy. So because there is no vacancy,
We cannot put doctors
you cannot
there.
put another. So
And
you will
then
be looking
our
for work.
patients are-
I'm paying the doctor that has jackpot living in America.
And patients are stranded, no doctors.
No, and there are no doctors.
And we have a real challenge because someone I know was going to go to Igbobi for a surgery, and the surgery was supposed to be today. She got to the hospital on Tuesday, and they turned her back. She was not telling me to beg on the show that day. She doesn't have the money to go to
travel
private
abroad.
hospital or travel abroad. That whatever the doctors are
That's part
asking
of the
for,
we the people
give it
problem.
to them.
We just have this is part of we the people the problem.
It's a
And
you
many
know
layers.
we're
all
actually
involved.
Yeah, we're all involved.
a very selfish people. And I want to
Yeah.
talk about something as mundane as the toilet paper in the toilet. You know, there's one roll of toilet paper. If you want, if you go, you take your toilet paper, you go into the toilet. Here, they will take the toilet paper, take the toilet into the toilet, so the next person that comes into
He
use the other
doesn't see
toilet.
Why would they
anything.
do
So,
You will not see anything. It's just
think of
it's selfish.
self. Think of self.
Selfish. We have to keep thinking of other people.
Yeah.
The downfall driver. The government
the
has made the one road, our bad roads. You can go,
As a detour.
everybody use one way, and this car coming. The downfalls will now wait. That's where they will stop
Exactly. right
and
in the
pick up
middle.
their passengers. So you can't go.
If you
Come
show
on.
any
It's also-
displeasure, they insult
yeah.
you on top.
Oh. Multi-layered, as you said. Vanguard, very quickly, 11 states to wait as Tinubu sends 28 nominees to Senate for confirmation. Lagos State is one of the states that we're yet to see who the ministerial nominee would be. Subsidy protests, stop blackmailing us, NLC tells federal government. Russian summit, Nigeria missing as Africa agrees nuclear energy as alternative source of power. Unions return anarchy to Oshodi Apapa Expressway. Court rejects DSS's fresh request to detain Emefiele for another 14 days. Max Airplane conveying Nigerian pilgrims trapped in Niger Republic. And NGE Institute's annual memorial lecture in honor of Jakonde. Okay, which story are we starting with in Vanguard?
So like you, as you read that headline for the Max Air, I was a bit confused if they were Nigerian, as in from Niger Republic, or if they were Nigerian.
Yes, okay.
So Max Air said they had airlifted Nigerian pilgrims and had taken them to Niger, Niamey. But when they got there, of course, as we know that there's an ongoing coup in that country. And so when they got there, they got stranded. They said they had about 360 Nigerian pilgrims on board and about 18 crew on board. So now my confusion is, were they able to drop off the Nigerians and then we have Nigerians still on board? Because the airline is asking for patience and, you know, they're hoping to see what can be done so that they can get back. They said they know families will be worried or, you know, just worried about the situation. So are there Nigerians still on board that were supposed to leave Niger to Nigeria, or is this just about the Nigerians that got there and were waiting? So I'm not really sure if we're talking about Nigerians right now or Nigerians, because the spelling is quite similar.
Yeah.
Okay,
Quickly
another story in
celebrating
Vanguard.
the Super Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All congratulations to the girls.
Yes. Yeah. All over social media, they were talking about the fact that they prayed, but really, the prayer was just icing on the cake. The fact is, those wonderful girls worked extremely hard, and they won the last match to rise to the top of their group. And we're hoping they can sustain this all through. Maybe we can even rally around something positive about Nigeria. So we're celebrating.
Did you see the video of the First Lady celebrating with them?
Yes, she was
all
excited.
Super Falcon, up Super Falcon, and we're all celebrating their achievements.
Okay. I wanted to take the picture story there. There's no story. I only saw the picture, so I need to take it because if someone is doing something good, even though they're doing something bad in my area, if it's doing something good in another area, I must mention it. So the governor of Ogun State is converting.
I know that must have been hard for you.
The petrol diesel buses to compressed natural gas, so that it's a palliative, so that transportation will come down, and I think it's commendable.
Yeah. Interesting, at NITCOM, somebody came, Professor, I can't remember his name, he came for the event with the electric car. I mean, I was surprised. I really wanted to see it. I wanted to see how it works. Like, how do you charge it?
I would love to have an electric
Yeah,
car.
me too.
How do
I'm
they charge
thinking-
it?
Trying to change the
It's quite easy to
Okadas as
charge.
well.
I hear- yeah.
Okadas, cars,
But this
all
is gas.
Yeah.
So,
This
and
is
then,
gas different.
yeah, but he's doing it, and he's going to do it. He's supposed to do it for even the private buses. not just the government-owned buses.
Oh, okay.
For the private buses, he will usually do it on Ogun State's money. But they shouldn't use all the money for the road as well.
They've used it for buses. The buses need good roads to fly.
Yeah, because the buses need good roads. Because that was one of the questions they asked him in the interview.
All right, we have to wrap up. Not sure we can complete any other important story that we missed out. I think that's all we can take on Front Page Review.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.